they are dealing within their families, but I didn't want them to lose on the final year of the fun that they could have and the final year of savings that they could do. And so do I. So I went into the matter, what was the problem they were facing, and individually I dealt with them. I tried to motivate them individually so that whatever is happening to the family, in between the families, they should not go that deep into it, because they have a long life to live. They should not keep negative sensations within each other's brotherhood. So the method that I used was to add value to their living. One of the brothers was really fond of watching movies, so I had passes of International Film Festival. I offered him my passes so that he could have an influence that due to me he is able to get a whole lifetime experience of film festival. And the second brother, I handed over that job to my mother so that she can use some soft skills in motivating him, saying, "Beta, let's what's the problem? You have been friends since 12 years, so let's stretch it one more year so that you also don't miss on your education." And so that the both of them understood that if they would be leaving me, they would be jumping into a new world of challenges. So ultimately, when I showed them the value of living with me and living not with me as a team, living as a family for the final year, both of them got agreed, but it took time. So what I understood and learned from this, that if we add a value to the experiences, to the things that we sell or the things that we have to offer to our guests or even friends or family, that opens their vision towards us, that enables them to enjoy the moment, that enables them to be together. So that if I would have not given them the value, then they would have not felt it worth living. Thank you.
Good. Okay. Yes. Your movement was much less, much restricted. Good.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to begin with my first encounter to negotiation. It was when I was in class 8. I had a bicycle and I wasn't riding it at that moment. So my mom just asked me, you sell the bicycle for whatever price you get and keep it with yourself. So I went down. There was a guy who used to clean up the kachra. I just asked him if you or any of your friend is interested in buying it. So he was like, okay, I'll buy it. And he said that I'll buy it for 500. He himself said it. I was just in class 8, 12 years old. I wasn't even know how to position my product. So he just said that I'll buy it for 500. And I actually sold him the bicycle for 400. I was like, you are so, like, how much do you earn and how much do you get? So, and till the moment my mother, taunts me on that incident. You actually sold him for 400. Are you donating it? You should have given it him for free. So that was a very funny incident. But apart from that, the incident which I would like to share would be the one I encountered in college. It was the second time when the college was having a fest, annual fest, and the previous year it didn't do well. The sponsorship was less, the events were less, and this time it came to my knowledge that we are planning to have a bigger fest. So I just went to the coordinator who was arranging the whole fest, and I just put up my idea, like we could have a gaming tournament. Since I was a gamer, I was very keen towards it. So I was like, we could have a gaming tournament in the college, and we might earn some revenue, and we could market our college very well, because if gaming competition is being held, you'll have more people come to the college. You'll have more people participating, you'll have more prizes, everything. So through a lot of effort, and we had to go through various meetings with the principal, with the whole committee, and it was sanctioned. And but later on we came to realize that we were not reaching the budget of the sponsorship. It was, since the college was hosting it for the second time, so it wasn't very famous. And the college was in the inside the city, very much inside. All the people were like, and it was March, so it was the financial year end. None of the companies were interested in investing. So then the professor just told me that this is it. We are not going to provide you with any prize money, and if you want to cancel the tournament, you can. But I couldn't do that because I had my reputation in that city. I had gone to various cafes, invited people, and I had around 100, 150 registrations already. So I had to talk with everyone, tell everyone that the price has been reduced. And since it's not printed, so I was able to do that. And it happens very often in the college. So we came down with the prices and everything, and the college only provided me with the printing material, the computer lab, and the AC. And the rest I had to manage. So like I won the negotiation of launching the gaming tournament, but I had to go through various difficulties. So that was the thing. So I learned a lesson, like, you know, you should plan accordingly. You should think for yourself if you are able to get something. And the second incident would be similar to Mr. Aditya. I had to sell a bike. It was a couple of months back. My dad had got a bike, Yamaha. The bike was gifted to him by some company. And we were not in a need of a bike. So he just asked me to sell it. So it so happened, I just put up an advertisement on OLX and Sulekha everywhere, and spread a word amongst my friends everywhere. So a couple of days later, I got a call, and a person was interested in buying it. The bike on road costed for 70,000. So I wanted to sell it around 65 or 62. My father was like, if you get 60, it's enough, because no one is going to buy if you sell it at 65. Like just for a difference of 5,000, he is not going to buy a second-hand product. So 60 was his amount which he wanted, and I said that I'll put 65. So I quoted 65 on the internet, and the guy came to me. Then we started talking. The bike didn't have a kick; it was electric start. So he said that you install the kick and then give it to me. So I said that if I install the kick, I'll take 67. Then it came down to 63. But it so happened like one of my dad's friend wanted that bike and he sold it at 60. But I had made a deal for 63, and I was getting 3,000 more. But since he wanted to sell it to his friend, I couldn't. That was a good experience.
Good. Good experiences. Now you have not spoken very fast.
Yes.
We have found the improvement, and that's really appreciated. Give him a big hand.
I'm from Mumbai. My experience was when I'd gone to Hyderabad, my father had bought me a new phone before I started college. My father had bought me a new phone. I went there, I started using the phone, and then in 15-20 days the phone got lost. And then my father, I was like, I need a new phone, I'm staying away from you all, where will you all call me? They're like, we'll call in a friend's number, it's okay. Don't need another phone right now, you just lost one right now. And that phone was for around 9.5 or something. So then my parents were like, right now you just lost a phone, or you used it for 20 days properly, you've lost it already. So there's no need of one more phone. Or else if you want, you just buy a phone for 2,000, 3,000, just for calling, nothing else. I was like, no, it's not required, it's rather, don't buy me a phone, it's okay, don't talk to me. I was like, okay. Then there were 2-3 days it went, and then I was like continuously telling them, I need a phone, I can't do this, I can't do that. So many people, everyone has a decent phone, I don't have a phone at all. They're like, your mistake, you've lost it. I was like, yeah, I've lost it, I agree. But now what? If I lose something, I won't get anything back. Then it went on for quite some time, and then finally my parents bought me a new phone again. And actually they sent me 9.5 again. Then my mother was all, don't take a phone, it's so expensive, take a cheaper phone and use it. By the end of it, now you get cheaper phones also with the same features and this and that. Then I bought a phone of 7,000. But the funniest part was I used up the extra 2,500 in that phone only. I bought an extra memory card and this and that. So it was, entire thing was consumed, and my mother was like, you could have rather bought a phone only which you wanted then in that case. Then I used that phone for a month and a half, I guess. And then the phone fell down from the 3rd floor. 1.5 months. And it fell down from the 3rd floor. And then Luckily, it was working.
Okay.
And then Nokia. And then another 2 days, it fell down from the bed, and it was totally gone. Then it fell down from the bed, it was totally gone. It couldn't be used. Nothing could have been done. And again, I was in the process of convincing my parents this time. And the first time they had sent me to Hyderabad with the first phone, they were like, after this you will not get a phone till you graduate. I was like, okay fine, I won't even ask, and this and that. Second phone, same thing, I said, okay fine, I won't even ask. Third time, same problem. I was like, what do I do now? Then I kept on telling them, okay now give it to me one last time, I won't ask for another phone. Please, this, that, blah blah blah. Then they're like, okay, we will think about it. I kept on calling them every day, and I used to call for my friends when I was like, she doesn't like it. Every time I keep on calling my parents, her calls are getting interrupted and this and that. They're like, okay, no problem, we'll call in the college. I was like, don't call in the college and all, very embarrassing and this and that. So they're like, okay, fine. Then they didn't give me a phone. Then I didn't know what to do for quite some time. What I did, I called up. I told them, you'll give it to me or else I won't talk to you all. And a lot of blackmailing. And then they were like, okay, do what you want, because I usually do it all the time. So then I called up my grandmother, my nanny. I called her up. I was like, my parents not giving me a phone. Tell them. Then my nanny told my mother. My mother told my father. I called up my mama. I told my mama, call them up, tell them to give me a phone. I called up my uncle, I called up my aunt, I called up everyone possible. Called my parents, I don't have a phone. Where will you all call me? My birthday is going to come. How will you all call me? How will you all wish me? So then finally, slowly by slowly, everyone started calling my parents, like, what are you trying to do? Telling everyone. I was like, you all don't listen to me, please listen to them. Some are your elders also, you should listen to elders. You all have only taught me. And then finally they gave me another phone. And no, I didn't break it, but I was too bored of using it. And then I bought that phone. My parents also, I don't know what happened. This was 1 or 2 months before my birthday. So then they gave me another phone on my birthday because I asked them, and I sold that phone off, so I got a decent rate. And I convinced them to buy me a new phone. And this phone that I have, it is this phone that I have that I'm using. It's too problematic, very irritating, gets hanged and stuff like that. But now, my parents always used to say, value money, do something. Why do you want to, always waste money, take something cheaper? By the end of it, you're going to break everything or lose it. So then I was like, no, you all think that I need all this also, na? Then they were like, okay. And now, when I'm like, you all buy me a new phone, they're like, buy it from your salary. I was like, no, I need my salary for traveling and all. They're like, we will give you money for traveling, buy another phone. But now I don't feel like spending my salary. So yeah, basically, after all this, one thing I realized is try until you succeed. But keep on perseveering to get what you want. And the other thing I learned is value for money. When you earn something, when you get it in your hand, then you realize the worth of it more than when someone is actually trying to just tell you theoretically that money is very important, don't spend it so uselessly. And now I don't feel like buying another food. Thank you.